One. Hello, everybody. Zachman18 here, and welcome to the next episode of the Friday Show. It's the second Friday the 13th in a row this year, March 13th, 2015. Hope everybody had a great week this week. Happy Friday. And I got Ben here as our usual co-host.
Yep, I'm here.
How's it going, Ben?
Good.
So if you guys kind of hear Ben's audio a little bit differently, it's because his Google Plus seems to be kind of acting up a little bit. It's been giving him kind of a weird 403 forbidden code thing. And Ben's jamming on his new guitar that he got.
Yeah.
Play a couple keys for us.
What?
Play a couple keys for us.
No.
Come on, play us a little something.
I'm learning. Give me some slack.
Okay.
Let me think of something.
Okay. So he's on Skype with me today because we're not sure what's going on with his Google Plus, but hopefully it'll be fixed. Yeah, baby. All right.
If any of you know Green Day, you know what that song is.
All right. Anybody who knows that. By the way, I should be pulling up that chat thing now. But anyways, guys, welcome to the Friday Show. Thank you guys for making us a part of your Friday afternoon. We're having a little bit of a late start here because of our little errors that we've been having. But let's get started right away. So we're going to talk about movies first. Well, since today is Friday the 13th, we're going to kind of mainly talk about some of our favorite horror movies and horror games that have been released and share our thoughts to you guys about that. I haven't really made a list. I'm just going to kind of name off a bunch of free indie horror games and a bunch of other ones as well. So, but first, I want to talk about, well, first we should do Steam this week, but I do want to mention that Ben and I have been playing Guitar Hero. We've been getting back to the Guitar Hero feel, and it feels pretty good. I mean, to have played it after quite a while.
Yeah.
It's definitely awesome to kind of revisit, a big part of our childhood. For sure. So just kind of reliving that was pretty awesome. And we've been still playing it. I've ordered the Beatles Rock Band, so we're going to be playing that pretty soon and jam out to some Beatles tunes, besides the fact that they don't have Hey Jude on there. You have to buy as a DLC, which I might not be able to because the online service is probably going to be discontinued like Warriors of Rock is. So, I don't know. We'll see. Gosh, my bed is a mess. I will, let me see here. Okay, I can turn on my camera for Ben on Skype. I just wanted to show Ben the shirt in its fullness, our new Hatred shirt that I got yesterday. So you can see me right.
Nice, yeah.
So there's the shirt, and then you've got on the sleeve, you got their logo. And then here is the back.
No life worth saving.
Yep. Definitely a very creepy shirt for a very, very violent game coming soon.
Yep.
By the way, we're still not sure on the release date of that. The release date range is still in April, May, or June, but I'll let you guys know when that is. Today is actually going to be a little bit of a shorter show because I forgot to tell this to Ben too. We've got company coming over tonight, and since we started a little bit later than usual, we're going to have to make this one probably maybe around an hour 15 minutes long, but hopefully good enough to get as much as we can in here. So yeah, Guitar Hero, it's been a lot of fun playing through. Ben and I had a little competition last weekend to see who could get the best score in Through the Fire and Flames.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. We tried a lot of different ways as well. I ended up winning in that competition, basically because it's just the fact that I have really long fingers. So I can reach those hammer-ons pretty quickly, and I was rocking the. I wasn't expecting to do as great on that. And that leads to
better at strumming. You're better at pushing the buttons.
Yeah, you're pretty fast at strumming. I gotta show you this video later. There's these guys who made. There was this guy who made a bunch of kind of mods for the PC version that are like really impossible songs to play.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his friend playing with him, and he's just the fastest strummer that I've heard in Guitar Hero. He's just like, it's like really, really fast. So that leads me to my next story. So I think it was Sunday we hung out Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was last Sunday on the 8th. Ben was going to be coming over around noon, so I was like, hey, let's go on a little hunt for Guitar Hero guitars, because if you guys couldn't remember, any of you longtime subscribers will know that I have 2 Guitar Hero guitars, one for Guitar Hero 3 and one for Guitar Hero World Tour, I think it is. And the World Tour one is kind of weird because it'll only read what you're strumming when you strum upwards, not downwards, which is really, really annoying. So I decided, hey, why not just go on a little hunt around with Ben and see and look for just another Guitar Hero guitar.
Yeah.
So we went everywhere. Like we pretty much walked through almost every part of town that would have that would possibly have something like that.
Yeah.
And we didn't find a single store. I mean, even Goodwill. I don't know if Goodwill is in any other respective areas in your guys' towns, but Goodwill is basically just kind of a donation store. So I mean, you can donate stuff there, and then so it's like one man's trash and another man's treasure kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Ben was telling me that they usually have Guitar Hero guitars there for like what, $5 for Wii.
Yeah.
So we go there. I think, well, no, our first stop was GameStop because we just wanted to see what games they had there, and we ended up picking up Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, which is the most recent one in the Guitar Hero series. We were hoping to get to look for and maybe have their Guitar Hero Metallica, Guitar Hero Van Halen, Beatles Rock Band, just basically any green or not, well, any Guitar Hero or Rock Band that that I haven't had yet, because we were just kind of add to our collection of stuff to play. So there was nothing. So there's nothing else there besides Warriors of Rock. Ben and I got to try out Trials Fusion. Wow, it's been a long week. Trials Fusion on Xbox One. I know I hate to say that console name, but I will say, for those of you guys who are a fan of my Trials Thursday show, I have just bought Trials Fusion because it was on a crazy sale yesterday, because this weekend on Steam, and I'll get to that in a little bit, is Ubisoft weekend, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So I picked that up. So anyways, we played it.
Was, I guess you can say, it was the first time that you had fun on an Xbox One.
Yeah, it was the only fun that I've had on an Xbox One, because I played a couple other games and they're just kind of meh. I know you tried Forza. Was that kind of interesting?
Yeah, I love the Forza games.
Yeah. But anyways, that's another rant for another day. So then we went to Goodwill, and they had 2 there, but they were for like Xbox or PC or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember what they were for exactly?
No, I just saw that they weren't for Wii.
Yeah, we didn't see any Wii opening stuff like that, so was a bit disappointed about that. So we couldn't get any there. That was probably like, and I was hoping, like, and I was thinking to myself already that this was like the best spot that we probably could have gone, and it ended up being that, because we went to a whole bunch of other stores.
Yeah.
We went all the way downtown just to go to another store. And, well, it wasn't quite towards downtown. It was heading towards downtown. We were hoping at least one of the stores we went to, they have a lot of Wii stuff there. Well, they have a lot of Wii U stuff there, but I remember they used to have, Fred Meyer having those big boxes of stuff like Wii's and Guitar Hero stuff. They used to have that there.
Yeah.
They used to have those big bundles, like the Guitar Hero 5 bundles with like coming with the guitar and the game, and just all the other ones there as well. But unfortunately, nothing towards Guitar Hero was there. All we found was a bunch of really crappy Wii games, and the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. No, but no. So yeah, and then we head back, and we had lunch after we finished up everything, right?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, we did.
So then we just tried a couple other small stores, and unfortunately there was nothing there. So we pretty much walked around almost our entire town for, I think it was like 3.5 hours, just for one game. So I mean, at least we got something out of it. It would have been kind of sad if we. Plus, we got a good exercise. So. But anyways, we've been having a lot of fun playing Guitar Hero, and we'll hopefully get back to playing more. And once I get another guitar, which by the way they're really expensive on Craigslist as well, it is very hard to find a Guitar Hero guitar for really cheap online.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one that I saw for like $20, but I mean, you never know what condition it's in. There's a lot of there's been a lot of instances, especially with Amazon or eBay, that have just been like some of the guitars that people have been ordering, and this has been on quite a few reports in the past, that they've been coming out just really crappy, and there's a bunch of scratches all over it and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's just really hard to ship something big like that. Because but I know you can take like the bar part off with the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I don't know. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it for that. We'll let you guys know how our progress is with finding other stuff soon, hopefully. But with that, let's since we're still on the topic of video games,
yes,
we are going to head to our weekly Friday show segment called Steam This Week. Woohoo!
Yay!
Steam This Week. It's our weekly segment on the Friday show where we take a look at what has been released on Steam on the week of the show. So this is for the week of March. Well, this is from March 7th to today, March 13th. So like I mentioned already, Ubisoft weekend is this weekend. You guys can get a lot of great deals on Steam this week. From March 12th, which was yesterday, to March 16th, which is Monday morning at 10 a.m. So let's take a look at that first. We've got a lot of great Ubisoft games. We got a Ubisoft Prime package when you can get let's see, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Child of Light, Far Cry 3, South Park: The Stick of Truth, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, Trials Fusion, which is how I got that crazy deal. Valiant Hearts: The Great War. I might actually be getting that today as well because I've heard that's a really sad game, but I want to experience it. And Watch Underscore Dogs. So that's the Prime package. You can get the Crew for $36. I'm not sure how well that game's been going. Have you heard anything about it much lately?
Valiant Hearts?
No, the Crew.
Oh, no.
It's got mostly positive here, so I guess that's pretty good. You got a Far Cry franchise pack. There's a new one that just got updated. And oh my gosh, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Far Cry 2 Fortunes Edition, and Far Cry 4. I said those completely all out of order. You've also got an Assassin's Creed pack, which comes with the new ones, Rogue and Unity. I've heard Unity hasn't performed great on PC. You can get other great deals such as on Rocksmith 2014 edition, Rayman Legends, The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, and all that good stuff. So go check that out if you got a Steam account. Ghost Recon Future Soldier for $5.
Man, that was a good game.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm probably going to get it sometime for my computer again. It was really good.
Looks kind of like The Division a little bit. Well, it is Tom Clancy, so. Which, by the way, we will have a discussion on that on a future episode. The Division has still been very silent in development, so.
Yeah.
All right, so let's. So now that we've got that out of the way, so yeah, go check that out. Ubisoft Weekend, all weekend. Also, Mortal Kombat X is upcoming next month, and they have I think they've just announced that a pre-purchase will come with Jason Voorhees as a DLC character.
They had Freddy Krueger last time.
Yeah, on the premium edition, they're going to have a Jason Voorhees DLC. I think they're doing this. They're adding this because it's Friday the 13th today. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the new hit releases, popular stuff, things. All right, so we're going to start off with a game called Dodge. This game has not been quite released yet, but it's supposed to be coming today. It's a minimalist arcade-style game originally made for Ludum Dare 26. I'm not sure what that is, but your aim is to dodge the incoming squares for as long as possible, and that's by using a square to just kind of maneuver around the squares that come at you. So it's kind of like the game 99 Seconds if any DSi shop players have ever played that. Let's see. We have Dreaming Sarah. This just came out yesterday. It's an adventure platformer where you play as Sarah, a girl who's in a coma, explore the world around her, and help her wake up. So it's kind of like, I guess, Never-Ending Nightmares. Well, I guess story-wise. Got some new DLC for War Thunder. I know there's a lot of people who play War Thunder.
I used to play it.
Yeah. Got some new Call of Duty Warfare pack stuff, DLCs. Got extra... Yeah, Ben, you can get extra armory slots 1, extra armory slots 2, extra armory slots 3, extra armory slots 4, and extra armory slots 5 for $10.
Wow.
I just decided to say that whole thing instead of just 1 through 5. Sid Meier's Starships. I don't know if you heard about this, Ben, but this is the latest Sid Meier's game. There's a bundle with Beyond Earth you guys can get for $60. Build and command a fleet of starships and travel between planets as you explore, build, negotiate, and fight to preserve a vision for humanity. We've got it's a bit of mixed reviews here. People are saying that the connectivity to Beyond Earth is a joke. There seems to be a few achievements in Beyond Earth which gives you an advantage in starships. It's a good add-on to Beyond Earth, so it is basically kind of an add-on to Beyond Earth. People are saying you'd rather get Civ 5 than those combined. I don't know. Would you say Civ 5 is your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, Beyond Earth was good. I liked it.
Right. I know you.
5 would still probably be my favorite.
Yeah, we played it on the show. If you guys didn't see that. But anyways, oh wow! As of Tuesday, you guys can watch the 6-episode series for Payday, the Payday web series that was on. I think I watched like the first one of that, and I quite enjoyed it. So I'm gonna have to watch those. You can watch all 6 of them for free right now. I'm not sure if there's gonna be any others to come, but. People are saying we need a Payday movie now. So yeah, I'll probably check those out pretty soon, especially since it's free. Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number has just come out on Tuesday for
Miami was a good game.
$14.99, and I'm especially pointing this out because I know Ben was like he just said, a fan of the first one.
Yeah.
It's the brutal conclusion to the Hotline Miami saga set against a backdrop of escalating violence and retribution over spilled blood in the original game. It's gotten very positive reviews, I'm assuming, I guess. GameSpot, 9 out of 10, IGN, 8.8 out of 10, and Polygon, 8.5 out of 10. So glad to see that they can make a good sequel out of that.
Yeah.
And I will be playing Hotline Miami sometime in the future. Ben, do you know Jeff Buckley?
No, I don't.
So he's just gotten 3 new songs added to Rocksmith 2014. So that's that. 199X. In 199X, you control Clara. That's the problem. Okay. It's an indie game you guys can get for $2. Well, it's $169 right now. Okay. This looks kind of like a Pokemon style, old Pokemon style game. Anybody who's playing The Evil Within, we got the first DLC. It's a new story, I guess. It's the first of the 2-part story-driven experience where players take on the role of Detective Julie Kidman, which was Sebastian's mysterious partner. I'm not going to read any further because I don't want to spoil it. By the way, guys, I will be getting back to playing Evil Within soon, I hope. I've just been really, really busy lately, but I do want to finish it for sure. Anybody who's played the game Grow Home, you guys can get the soundtrack now. That's pretty cool. Shelter 2, I know that was a pretty popular game on Steam. The first one, at least. Got new DLC for This War of Mine. And I think that's pretty much it for this week. Just a lot of soundtracks going with a lot of this game's got. Well, first of all, Assassin's Creed Rogue being released.
Yeah.
People are saying it's the darkest chapter in the franchise. As Shaw, you will experience Shay. Wow, I don't even know how I said Shaw. You will experience the slow transformation from assassin to assassin hunter. Follow your own creed and set off on an extraordinary journey through New York City, the Wild River Valley, and far away to the icy cold waters of the North Atlantic in pursuit of your ultimate goal, bringing down the assassins for good. So it's gotten very positive reviews, so I'm assuming that it is running pretty good on PC.
Yeah.
So glad they made that turn out better than Unity. And I think that's pretty much it. Sorry if I missed any games that you guys have been excited for this week. But you guys are welcome to shout anything that I missed, which I should be reading your guys' comments right now. I don't know if we've gotten any, though. I don't think we're very popular in life.
No. Oh, I got Steve coming.
Uh-oh. Everybody cover your ears. This one's going to be a loud one. I can hear it from all the way from my house.
Okay. We're okay.
We're okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
I don't think we are.
No, we're good. Yeah, I don't have to sneeze anymore.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. We have one person watching us now. Shout out who you are. What's up? I'm going to try to get to the comment section here. There we go. Okay. Now I'll be able to read your guys' comments. So comment away any questions you guys got for us, and we will be sure to answer them. Okay.
All right.
That's it for this week on Steam. Make sure you guys go check out, once again, the Ubisoft weekend going on this weekend, and maybe this weekend only for a while.
Yep.
All right, next up we are going on to movies, and then we'll finish with a combination of movies and games today. So it's basically just a big movie and game episode today. Yesterday, and I'm excited to announce for those of you who did like the original movie that families, get your kids ready for some more hardcore ice, because Frozen 2 has been announced by Disney.
Woo!
And I'm going to share my thoughts about this in a sec, but I just want to read this article here. The company revealed plans during the Walt Disney annual shareholders meeting on Thursday in San Francisco. A release date and production details are yet to be announced. The sequel doesn't come as much of a surprise, considering how the first film continues to be a major money-making force for Disney's divisions since its release of November 22nd, 2013. Wow, that long ago? Man, we're old. There is a new Frozen short that you guys can go see. It's called Frozen Fever, and you guys can see it if you go see Cinderella this weekend. You guys can watch that short So yeah, usually, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, usually they will play a short sometimes for Disney movies. So if you guys want to see that new Frozen short, go see Cinderella and get there early if you want to see it. We will probably be going to see that because Cinderella, I've heard, is really good. They've done a great job of remastering the story, so that's good.
Yeah.
Because usually, sometimes Disney reboots can end up being just kind of a tragedy when it comes to just the movie itself.
Yeah.
They said we enjoy making Frozen Fever so much and being back in that world with these characters. So apparently the story is that it's Anna or Elsa's birthday. I can remember what it was. I'm not reading the article now, but and things kind of go wrong, I'm assuming. But also, Star Wars Episode 8 has already been announced.
Episode 7 is not even out yet.
And it's not even out yet. Episode 7, if you guys didn't know, is coming. Well, for those of you guys who don't know, you're kind of crazy. But you guys got Episode 8 coming out May 26th, 2017. I doubt that's a final release date. But, and then they've got a standalone Star Wars film called Rogue One. And it's going to star Felicity Jones, and it's going to be released December 16th, 2016. So just kind of a lot to think about there. Also, one more has been announced, and we didn't talk about this last week's show, even though I think, well, this was announced while we were doing the show last Friday. Awesome. So Toy Story 4 has been confirmed, so to speak. It's not scheduled for release until somewhere around 2017, but recent comments from Pixar president Jim Morris suggest we're in for a different take from the original storylines. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. He says it'll be a romantic comedy.
What?
Is what Jim Morris said, according to reports from Disney Latino. So John Lasseter will be back to direct it, so that's good. He's the director of the first two movies. He said the franchise is headed in a new direction and will not be a continuation of the third installment. He said that they're just saying it's going to be a love story. That's pretty much what they're saying right now. The film will not put much emphasis on the relationship between toys and children. What? That's like the best part of Toy Story. The whole point of it is to have the children bond with the toy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Emphasize that Pixar only makes sequels that they're passionate about, not just because they're virtually guaranteed to be box office cash cows. The film is slated for its U.S. release on June 16th, 2017. Okay. It's not much to think about there, I guess. So anyway, so yeah, let's talk about these. Frozen 2. Loved the first one. When I first saw it, I think we first saw it, my family at least. We saw it around Christmas time of 2013. My oldest sister had seen it 3 times already. She's a big fan of the movie, and she was really happy when I told her about the announcement of this new sequel. But when I went to it, I went to it kind of not knowing much about it because I never saw much of trailers for it, and I didn't think it was going to be that great of a movie. I thought it was just going to be, oh, okay, just another cute Pixar family movie that the whole family will enjoy. But I loved it. I mean, it's definitely one of the best anime in terms of animations and stuff. But besides the fact that what we're about to get to, I'm saying this like I did when I got out of the theater when I first saw it, is that I loved it, and it is the best animated film ever since, just the days of The Lion King and Toy Story.
Yeah.
And then Ben and I watched it. This was Ben's first time watching it, and we watched it around, I want to say last summer, I guess. Or was it? It may have been. I want to say summer. But I know you enjoyed it.
Wait.
Frozen.
Yeah.
I like the songs in it. The animation though just blew me away. They made the movie look so beautiful, and I mean Pixar is just never. It still is just this never disappointing point of when it comes to movies like
really
that.
good animators.
Yeah, the best of the best. But the thing is, it's sort of got a little too popular.
Yeah.
Now I know that I think Frozen is now in the top 10 of best grossing movies of all time when it comes to like box office selling in theaters. Because it's made over $1 billion, which is insane. Yeah. Or maybe it's more than that. I don't know. So, I mean, you got to kind of be careful. And now I know we just talked about remasters with Cinderella, but this is, I mean, we're talking about a sequel, like a completely new story.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be continuing on with the story, but what they're going to do with it, I'm a little bit concerned about. And we kind of all saw this coming, I guess. I mean, I saw it coming, especially with the fact that it's gotten this movie is a viral movie. When it comes to people making covers for songs from the movie, like especially "Love Is an Open Door," that is just being posted everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it was a bad song. I love the music in the movie, but you know, we ended up having the point where it came out on DVD. I want to say around February of 2014, and then we ended up getting close. It was around the end of our freshman year, and we watch movies in all the classes just to have a little celebration of just the great accomplishments that we've made from that year and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But the movie that got requested from people the most, and all the teachers had copies of this, of course. Everyone was just like, Frozen, let's watch Frozen. Oh my God, let's watch Frozen right now. It's the best movie ever. We need to watch Frozen right now, even though I've seen it like 5 times already.
It's like, Jesus, calm down.
Yeah, like literally, that is how it is. It's all nearly accurate to what the people were getting. It's like, geez, calm down. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, we didn't watch them all the way through, but I had to watch like the first 45 minutes of Frozen like 5 times in a row. Because it was literally in almost every class that we were in. So, God, imagine if Peterson played that movie. Okay. But anyways, the point I'm getting at is,
have we ever talked about Peterson?
I think we just need to have a whole 2 hours for her.
Yeah. We'll have an episode for her later.
Yeah, that's another conversation for another day.
Stay tuned.
We got 2 viewers now. Oh my gosh!
Hooray!
Hooray! No comments. Thanks, guys. Love you too. I have the most hope for the sequel. I want it to be good, just as good as the first movie. I'm gonna go into it like I love the first one, just like I did when I first saw it. But
yeah,
aside from the fact that it has gone overwhelmingly popular, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just become a little bit obsessive over people. I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, you know what I mean. It's just kind of like when you get something stuck in your head, like when you get like a song stuck in your head, usually you'll probably get that off your head maybe in like the first 2 weeks. And that's kind of it's not an exception for me because I just have Happy in my head all the time. It's my favorite song.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It still gets talked about. I mean, I know it was an amazing movie, but it wasn't like,
Yeah.
well, it was amazing. It was
it was amazing.
It was an amazing movie, but it's not something I want to watch 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
I want to watch it around Christmas time. I don't want to watch it towards summertime. I mean, I know there's a song in the movie about summer. I wasn't trying to sing there, by the way. I was just dragging out with my words there. But anyways, the point is, I hope the sequel is good.
Yeah.
And I hope they make it as magical, I guess the right word is, just as magical as the first one. And I look forward to watching Frozen again at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I think I'll have a much more enjoyable time watching it because it's kind of dialed down a little bit now.
Yeah.
Not as many people are just like, oh my God, but I'm looking forward to watching it in the next holiday season or so.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's not, the sequel is not something that I'm annoyed about. It's just something that I am a little bit concerned about. That's all. As for Star Wars, I've never seen a Star Wars in my life. I know haters gonna hate. Come at me.
I'm still kind of mad.
We'll probably watch the saga sometime in our life. I probably should have watched it when they were watching it in Hawaii. They had the whole saga on DVD, and I think they watched the entire thing while we were there. But I was too busy working my butt off for you guys. That wasn't supposed to be emotional. That was kind of stupid. Yep, Star Wars fans. Up the blue, episode 8. Whoop the blue, that's a new one. Speaking of Whoop the blue, or Pip Pip da Doodly Doo. That episode was on last night and never gets old.
I
know. I love Team Nick because they're still playing Drake and Josh. They're playing and I've been working Ben and I have been working our butts off this week. We've had a whole bunch of assignments for classes this week. And what's really kind of keeping me entertained while I'm doing it, while I'm doing them in my family room, is Drake and Josh. Watching Drake and Josh on Team Nick. I don't even need to take out my DVDs. There was literally this past week, and this usually doesn't happen for Team Nick. They had like 2-hour marathons of Drake and Josh every day this week.
Wow.
And they were all really good. But there was just one. It was just the Mindy's Back episode. It's not on the DVD, and I'm a little sad that it is because it has one of the best lines in Drake and Josh history. When Mindy and Josh finally start to date, and then Josh just pulls out, on one condition, I get to be the boyfriend. And that just had me laughing like crazy. That show is just, Dan Schneider just knows how to make that show. Made that like a lot of time went into making it. And I don't think we had a whole talk about Drake and Josh yet, but we totally should. Wink, wink, Ben. So we'll talk about the greatness of Drake and Josh once we're probably done watching all the DVDs and stuff, so we can actually be thorough with our episode for it.
Yeah.
And Toy Story, I mean, if you're not gonna make it match up with the show, I mean, I almost cried at the end of 3. I got like, it really hit me when they were going down that the garbage there, when they were that whole garbage machine part.
Yeah.
That was just like I was like getting ready to hold back tears because I thought that they were gonna die right there, but I was like, no, that would be too cruel for the kids who are watching this. But I mean, they ended it so greatly. It's just like, why do you need to call it Toy Story 4? Why can't it just be a different movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna have toys in it, but I mean, if it's not gonna have like a relationship between the children and the toys, is it just gonna be toys? I mean, the human factor in Pixar movies is great, and I don't know why they would want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
That is, if they are going to get rid of it, I have no idea. I mean, it's just too early to tell. Which leads me to a movie that I am excited about for this year, and that is a movie called Inside Out. Not sure if you've heard about this, Ben, but it's an upcoming movie from Pixar.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah. So Inside Out is a new Pixar movie coming out June 19th this year, and when I first heard about it, I was like, it looks kind of okay. But when I heard about the plot and I saw the trailer, I just fell in love with it immediately. So I'm going to read the plot here according to Wikipedia, because we all know we can trust Wikipedia. So there's this little girl named Riley, and she is uprooted from her Midwest life when her father starts a new job in San Francisco. She's guided by her 5 emotions that she has in her: joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness. The emotions live in her mind, obviously, where they help advise her through everyday life. As Riley and her emotions struggle to adjust to a new life in San Francisco, turmoil ensues in her brain when joy and sadness are lost within the rest of Riley's mind. Although joy, Riley's main and most important emotion, tries to keep things positive, the remaining emotions conflict on how best to navigate a new city, house, and school. So it's an interesting plot for an animated movie. And the trailer is great too. I mean, it really like gets you like excited to watch it. Like it makes you want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm talking about the same one that you saw, Ben, but they're at the dinner table and they've all got, you know, the mom, dad, and the little girl. That's the one that I'm talking about. That really just makes it seem like it's going to be a really good movie. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a great Pixar. It's going to be. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a great Pixar movie, such as, you know, Up. But it's going to have some good celebrities in it. It's got Amy Poehler in it, and it's got Phyllis Smith and Bill Hader. So lots of big names there. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, so that's it for upcoming movies, I should say. Now I want to talk about a little bit about March movies that are going to be coming this month. I thought we could do kind of a thing once a month where we talk about the upcoming movies for this month. First we're going to start off with what came out for the first week of March last week, and that was Chappie, which is a movie about just kind of a robot, I guess. I don't know quite enough about it besides the fact that it has a robot in it, and it's gotten meh reviews. And then you have Unfinished Business with Vince Vaughn, Dave Franco, and Tom Wilkinson, and I've heard that was just kind of a train wreck. Today's Cinderella, the new Cinderella, and Run All Night with Liam Neeson came out. I saw Run All Night last night. There was a special Thursday night showing at around 7 o'clock, and I will say, as much as I thought Taken 3 was okay, I mean, it was Taken 3 was good if you liked the first two. It was enjoyable, I guess, for the most part. Run All Night really just pushes Liam Neeson's acting right to the max. It just shows how much of a badass he really is. There are so many great action scenes in this movie that just are awesome. The action is great in this movie. The acting is great in this movie between Liam Neeson and Joel Kinnaman, who plays his son. And basically the plot of this movie is it's basically kind of just wrong place, wrong time. His son's kind of I think a limo driver. He's kind of just a regular chauffeur, and he just ends up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He ends up witnessing a crime happening, and he gets involved, and it's pretty crazy. So if you're looking for a good action movie to go to this weekend, definitely go see Run All Night. The story kind of gets a little bit weird, and it has a rough slow start to the movie, but it's definitely a solid action movie, and I would give it a 7 out of 10, which is kind of my regular good rating, maybe 7.5. Next week we've got Do You Believe? I'm not quite entirely sure what this movie is. Let me click on it here. Oh, it's another religious movie, and it's from the creators of God's Not Dead. All right. Anybody who was a fan of the first Divergent movie, unlike me, will enjoy the upcoming Insurgent, which is the second book in the Divergent trilogy. I just watched Divergent not too long ago, and I don't know, just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen it too?
No.
Okay. It's got a very Hunger Games feel to it, except just with guns. And the story just ends up going all over the place, and it just gets weirder and weirder. Then you got The Gunman. Not know much about that. And then next week, the week of the 27th, Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. I don't know if they've ever done a movie together, but that just sounds like one of the greatest combinations of actors to put in a comedy.
Yeah.
And then you got another animated movie from DreamWorks called Home. It's going to have Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Steve Martin, Jim Parsons. Holy cow. Just a whole bunch of celebrities in there. Anyways. That's some of the main movies coming up in March, and that will lead us to our last segment for today. I think we'll just about have a half hour here to talk about this. So to celebrate Friday the 13th today, we are going to be kind of giving you guys a list of our favorite horror movies / horror games that we've played for either for YouTube or outside of YouTube as well. So I don't know, Ben. Do you want to go first? Do I want to go first? What do you want to do?
I think you can go first.
Okay, I'll give you time to think about it. So I'll give you less stuff to think about currently right now. We'll just start with horror movies. We'll each take turns with horror movies, and then I'll start with my horror games. Horror movies. Where do I begin? There is a part of a horror movie that you really got to nail when making one, and obviously you got to make sure the audience gets a good scare. Gets a good scare out of it. So I'm not going to look at the. Oh my God, Rotten Tomatoes has a thing for the top 100. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm just going to kind of scroll through any here that I've seen. When it comes to horror, it's got to be something that's original. It can't just be something very similar, like the vampire and zombie movies and stuff like that. Although some of those movies do deliver with those types of movies. But I'm just gonna name off some right away here. Poltergeist, 1982. I watched Poltergeist about 5 years ago, and it is literally one of the scariest things in life that I've ever seen. It was just, my heart was just going boom, 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 boom the entire time. It was so suspenseful, and that's a great thing to have in a horror movie too. Horror movies have been kind of struggling with that too, just trying to build up suspense and stuff. There's a lot of cut jump scare. And so, I mean, stuff like The Conjuring does do good with that, because I enjoyed The Conjuring. I know you didn't like it as much as you thought you would.
Yeah.
But you still thought it was okay, right?
It's all right.
You really didn't like it, did you?
No.
Oh, man, I'm so sad. All right. But I think there's one that Ben and I can agree on as one of the best horror movies of all time, and that is 1973's The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said that it still stands as the scariest movie you've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Now, I can understand that, I mean, they didn't have as much technology as they could with that back then to make it even more scarier. But I will say it was very creepy and very scary. It probably wasn't the scariest movie I've ever seen, but it comes pretty close to it, though. But that's kind of, I think that might be when Jamie Lee Curtis got her start.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I'm thinking of Halloween. I'm sorry. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on. This one, I can't believe I've waited till now to watch it. I just watched it over winter break, and that is Alien. Alien is fantastic. It is super duper scary, and it just makes me so excited to play Alien Isolation for you guys later this year, especially since it's going to run really good on my computer. But yeah, it just I haven't really decided whether or not I want to watch the other ones, because I mean, people have just been saying that just the first one is all you need to watch. If you just want to get the basic outline of it. Let me continue scrolling here. I'm not going to say Paranormal Activity, because that's not one of the scariest movies ever. I mean, the first one was great, but they've just been getting worse and worse and worse. And we're going to and that's going to be another topic for another episode, is Paranormal Activity for sure. We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
I have not seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a little bit ashamed that I haven't seen that. Blair Witch Project, I haven't seen either, because I've heard mixed reviews on that one. Have I seen Friday the 13th? I have no freaking idea.
I've seen up to part 8.
That's how many there are? Holy cow.
No, there's 9.
Oh, jeez.
There's 9, and then there's Jason X, and then there's Freddy's versus Jason, and then there's
we know how bad that turned out.
2009 Friday the 13th.
And I heard that was bad too.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Especially Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason was okay. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad or it wasn't good.
Oh, here we go. The most overrated horror series of all time is Saw. I can't
believe I watched that entire series.
Don't they just get worse and worse?
Yeah.
From what I hear.
First 3 were good.
Really?
The first 3, yeah.
All right. Well, let me see here.
But I think it should have ended at 3. It should have ended.
Well, they're clearly not done. There's a Saw 7 coming out, I think.
It's already out. It's been out for a few years.
Or sorry, Saw 8.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I heard from some people last year. Yep.
No.
Yeah. Yes, sirree. It really stinks. Let me see here. Okay. Halloween. Love Halloween. Well, I've watched almost all of them. My father and I almost watched all of them all in one year. Halloween 1 and 2 are just great horror films. But I can't even. If you want to talk about one of the worst, I'm literally saying this right now, and I am very accurate when saying that Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, is one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my life. Halloween 3.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Season of the Witch. Pretty bad? Oh,
yeah,
man. Where do I start? Pretty bad? It was extremely bad. Nothing to do with Michael Myers. What really annoys me is that the fact that they go back to Michael Myers in the fourth one, which I think was like it was either the Curse of Michael Myers or the Return of Michael Myers, and there was no point of making the third one. Had that stupid mask idea. I don't know what they were thinking. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Top 5 for sure.
Top 5.
Top 5. I guarantee you right now. Right next to Mamma Mia and freaking The Last Airbender. God damn, I wanted it to be good so bad. Anyways, we'll have a whole worst movies thing as well pretty soon, I guess. Sinister was pretty good. I think I watched that last year. You're Next. Have you seen that?
No.
Because I have, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I think hopefully I'm not taking all of Ben's. But, I mean, you can say the same ones if you want to. Let me just make sure I get all of them that I wanted to. Just looking at a couple top lists here. Not seeing a whole lot that I'm familiar with. I haven't seen. It's another old one. I can't remember what it's called though. It's like The something, even though it's like a popular start of a movie. I never saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh man, these look really weird. What the heck? Ugh. Oh yes, Chernobyl Diaries. That's another good one too. Acting was so-so, but
Yeah.
it was good. It's just that Ben and I were watching it like half asleep. So
Yeah, so we're like,
we had just had a really bad and tiring week there. Hey, we got Tim Zuna here commenting on the video here.
Hey, Tim.
Let me see here. I got to refresh my page here. He says, my favorite horror movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street, and there might be a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 remake coming soon.
I didn't like the remake, but I did like the originals.
I need to see the first one.
The originals were good. I just didn't like the remake.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to head it over to Ben while I think of some of the greatest horror games that I've played. Ben, take it away with your favorite horror movies.
There's not a lot of horror movies that I actually like, but I will give a few of them. And so my favorite one, obviously, as Zach has already said, is The Exorcist. My second favorite is probably The Omen. I just recently watched that.
That's the one that I just thought of, The Omen. I haven't seen that one either.
Now, I watched the original one because the remake is horrible. But the original one's really good. I actually liked it a lot.
Didn't they make an Exorcist remake?
No,
They
not
didn't?
that I know of.
Okay.
What else?
I'm going to confirm that right now.
A movie that actually scared me pretty bad was probably the first Halloween. Honestly.
Yeah.
The first Halloween scared me really bad.
Yeah, it just had the most creepy vibe it could ever give you.
Because I feel like in the first Halloween, like, the mask was probably the scariest.
Yeah.
Mask in all of them.
Just because it's just such a dark, like I just said, just a really dark feeling of the movie, and just his character is just
That really like freaks you out.
ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you a good spook.
Good spook, sure.
What about The Shining? Did you see The Shining? Because I haven't seen that one.
Oh yes, I have seen The Shining.
And that was
That's
good.
really good. And there's another good one that I've seen. I'm trying to think of the name. I feel like I would have liked it more if I watched it as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Since a lot of people watched it as a kid,
Right.
But I didn't. So I watched it as a teenager, and I didn't care for it. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't that scary.
Right.
So I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just really old too.
Yeah. I don't know. I just need to start watching more movies.
Like the Universal Woody Woodpecker would say, "You need to watch more movies."
Yeah.
Anything else you got? I'm just finishing my list here.
No, I'm good.
All right.
So, how long is this episode going to be? Because our friends are trying to get me to play League with them.
Oh, probably another 20 minutes.
All right.
Just confirm that with them, I guess. Just finishing this here. Hold on. Kind of going through my games here just to make sure I don't forget a good horror game.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'd be an idiot if I didn't put that one in.
But there's a lot of horror games that I have played. My favorite one would have to be Outlast.
Yeah. So we'll head that into right now. Absolutely agree with you. Outlast is my favorite horror game of all time.
I really want to play the original Silent Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's on PC, but it's just super hard to get. You could probably get it on an emulator.
Yeah, you could. I liked Amnesia.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think I have my
SCP Containment Breach was a good one.
Oh yeah, that on my list too.
That brought a lot of scares to me.
All right, anything else?
No.
All right. Well, I've got a couple that you did miss actually. Well, in terms of favorite, I'm kind of going favorite and scariest here, like favorite and classics and stuff too. First off, yeah, like you said already, Outlast, amazing. Cannot wait for the sequel. I think I've told you that there is a sequel that is being developed for it.
I actually saw the article before you told me.
Yeah. So I'm just absolutely excited about that, and you need to play it through that all the way through.
I got about like maybe 3/4 of the way.
All right. Well, if you don't beat it by this October, you're coming over and you're going to play the whole thing.
Yeah.
And same with Whistleblower. Whistleblower, oh, that's so good too. Anyways, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, classic. Can't get any more classic than Amnesia for sure. Definitely one of the more popular ones on the internet as well. Especially playing with headphones, because they make it so you can hear just every distinct little thing. It's just like, oh my god, is that someone coming around the corner or something like that?
Yeah.
So, and if you guys go back to Ben's old channel, Extreme Gamers, you can see Ben's lovely little scream.
The first time I played Outlast, I screamed. I
wish you recorded it.
Yeah, I wish I did too. But I freaked out more than I did Amnesia.
Oh yeah, and when you do play Outlast, I want to be there when you play it. So I'm probably just gonna have you play it over here anyway, since you don't seem to be making any progress on it. Another classic I do want to point out, even though for some reason it works horribly on my computer now, is Slender the 8 Pages.
Oh yeah.
I
remember once I was on my grandpa's computer and I was house sitting, so I had nothing to do, so I installed Slender on his computer.
Oh yeah. That's kind of just one horror game fan's dream to get all 8 pages, and I ended up doing it, and that was just like one of the happiest days of my gaming life, is getting all 8 pages. And you saw that video too, didn't you? Didn't I send you a video of that?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ben, I got all 8 pages on Slender the 8 Pages.
Wow.
Better late than never. And I'll just mention Slender the Arrival as well. Not probably in my top 5, but definitely pretty spooky, I would say. And I guess I could put Slenderman Shadow, the original Slenderman Shadows. I liked before he kind of revamped them.
Yeah.
I mean, the revamps were cool and all, and I like the carnival map was interesting, even though it was ridiculously hard. It's a shame how, you know, the slow turnaround with revealing Slender is just way too slow, and it just kind of removes the whole scare factor of it. Because remember, in the original ones, it would just be like a quick pan. It would just be like, boom, he's right there.
Yeah.
And then you're just done. And I remember watching one of your older videos, and you just be like, holy crap, like right as it happens.
Yeah.
So, props to the guy who made that. Can't remember his name. It was Mark. Or no, was it the same guy? I don't know. But The Curse of Blackwater was one that the Slenderman Shadow guy also made. And I don't think you played that.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
The Curse of Blackwater.
No.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Not as well, I mean, made, I guess. I mean, it got very raging, of course, for sure, but it was definitely very scary. And that Minotaur thing is just, or not Minotaur, but like, I don't know. Whatever that thing is that chases you, it's just out of this world scary.
That looks like a necromorph.
Yeah, necromorph. That's what I was saying. Thank you. SCP Containment Breach. Ben's already mentioned that one. This one's going to come off as kind of a little bit of a surprise. The Very Organized Thief.
What?
The game. Okay. There have been a couple times in that game that I've played where I will hear the car door open, but I won't hear the front door, so I'm kind of like hiding. And then their face will just pop up right in front of the closet, and it will just scare the living crap out of me.
Yeah.
And it's addicting too. It brings the intense stress factor. I mean, you got to get all the items in the house if you want to try to get the Master Thief score on that. And it's kind of the whole thing with them showing up, and you just got to hide and stuff. You know, games where you have to hide and stuff, if you do it right, you can make that a very important and awesome part of your horror game.
Yeah.
Especially with Outlast. Outlast just does everything right. Anyways, this one's kind of a little bit of a shocker too, but I'm not going to deny that I didn't get scared by this, even though it's probably going to, if I were to make a top 10 horror games of all time, this would be in my honorable mentions. The first Five Nights at Freddy's. And we've already had our talk about Five Nights at Freddy's and how I mentioned that the first one is what made the game original, and I'm mainly saying this because the first one brings the stress factor to the max. because you're just like, oh, you got to keep it away, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's 4 a.m. I got to keep them away from me for like 2 hours. It just gets your heart pumping. If it gets your heart pumping, that's when you know it's a pretty solid horror game.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna move back to some of the actually really, really scary ones. And this is kind of the best of the best right here. This is right next to Outlast. I am into my top 5 right now. When it comes to scariest, I would put probably Amnesia there. But another one I really do want to mention is Real Horror Stories, which started as a Flash game. I think you remember that game. It was just one of those kind of click on everything and scares will pop up. The scares were good in that, surprisingly, and I was just blown away at how scary it was. And Connor literally almost pissed himself to death playing it. Next up, we have Eyes. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Eyes was a free horror game that we played quite a while back. Now, the first enemy that they first started out with wasn't as scary, but when they updated to that floating head with teeth popping out and no eyes, whoo! You can't. It's so good, and I'm actually wanting to get back to playing that because it was so good, even though I did already beat it. It's another one of those things where the scare just happens really fast and just gets you like, holy crap! Like it just takes and bites it. I don't know. I will say though, the most intense and well, not the most intense. The most intense I played is Outlast, but right behind that, and I'm still saying Amnesia is like my second favorite horror game of all time. But this is like my number 3. But this is the second most intense horror game that I played, and this is another free horror game, and it is Labyrinth. Now, there's 2 different versions of Labyrinth out there when it comes to horror games. I think there was like a kind of an 8-bit type one, and then there was one with you have a torch, and you have to go find. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, and I'm saying this to the users as well. You're going out. You're in this like cave, I guess, and you have to find this skull which will unlock the door for you to get out of this labyrinth. And you have these enemies that just, oh man, that game just drives you balls to the walls crazy. Super duper scary game, well made game for sure. When it comes to scaring the crap out of you. And have you played that?
Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I remember Bob played it, and it was one of the funniest things I saw back in that year. He just went crazy. So, anyways.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I hope I didn't forget any big ones. I feel like if I would have, they won't be as memorable as the ones that we just thought of.
Yeah.
But either way, I think we've kind of pretty much covered that. I'm not going to say Evil Within yet. It has been very, very scary so far, and I think that is going to go up there with my top 10. But I'm going to wait till I finish it in order to decide whether or not it gets too repetitive of a game or something like that. I don't know. Let me just take one more look. I don't think Left 4 Dead 2 classifies as a horror game. It's more of a shooter. And I'm sure Alien Isolation will be up there too, because I've heard nothing but great things about it. Oh man, Hatred. That's gonna be a ride.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have everything all here. I haven't played Dead Space yet. I've had it in my library for probably almost 2 years now. So I know you didn't like it maybe as much, right?
What, Dead Space?
Yeah.
It was fun, but it wasn't that scary.
Yeah. We jumped quite a bit. Well, at least I did probably when we played Extraction. Craven Manor. Almost forgot about that. Easily top 10. Great game. It's short, but it's also fantastic as well. And now it's $6, I think. They've dropped their price. Wait, did it go back to its regular price? Because if it's $6 now, that's even more worth it. Yep, it's $6. Oh, reviews, you don't know nothing. What a bunch of BS, man. It's like a mixed reviews, whatever. At least there's more positive than negative. Never Ending Nightmares, that was really scary too. It was more on the creepy side, I think. Paranormal, I wish I could play, but it just keeps crashing every time I try to play it.
What?
What?
So I'm on Facebook and I've seen the news post trending thing. When India, police Indiana, not India. Police discover meth lab inside Walmart bathroom after employees find suspicious bag.
Oh, what?
Apparently, the first penis transplant.
Yeah, I'm seeing that one right now too. Doctors say they've completed the world's first successful operation of its kind.
And a board pilot drew a penis on a route plan.
I just found that one too. Oh man.
The news today.
Serbian pop star says she might be the inspiration for Kim Kardashian's new style. Oh. I mean, I know this is not really local news, except not at all. I love local news.
Yeah.
Sometimes the local news can just get so absurd to the point where it's just like, how does this even happen and why would it even happen?
Yeah.
Like there was one where I think that there was like an instrument, an incident with like two people fighting over like a thing of like peanut butter or something like that. And this is a true story. It was literally the fact that he called the cops because this guy had stolen his jar of peanut butter. Pardon me for a second here, folks. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Anyways, like I was saying, there's just a lot of weird local news stories.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think that's actually going to do it for this week's show. Sorry for the kind of little bit shorter show this week. We've just been having a bunch of crazy past couple weeks. It's going to be a lot easier right towards spring break because I think I want Ben and I to at least get one session of Borderlands 2 in, hopefully.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Just be ready to have that installed.
Yeah.
Because I do want to keep playing. I miss playing it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, guys, hopefully Ben's Google Plus will fix. But either way, I think this way worked pretty fine as well. This will be a test too, so if this happens ever again, I'll know that the volume was at 54% with Ben on Skype. So I'll have to listen to the feedback here at the end of the show. But this weekend, stay tuned because Ben and I have a new Let's Play coming up. It's going to be airing pretty much all of tomorrow and Sunday, I guess. And then it'll be a new episode of You Don't Know Jack 2015. Should we hint? Should we give him what the name, or should we just kind of hint him?
I don't know.
It's a wonderful game.
I got mad.
Ben got mad. We got mad. There's a lot of raging. It's definitely game of the year. 10 out of 10. Would not play again since we played it all the way through. I don't know why, but we got pretty competitive with it. It's a game by Ludia. And there's somebody from the show that is going to be on Dancing with the Stars next week. So that's all I'm going to give you. But otherwise, guys, just stay tuned for that coming tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get the first part up and all the other parts up ASAP. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for making this show the most popular show on our channel here. Ben and I are loving the show and doing it for you guys. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. If you guys are, please make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out tremendously, as well as subscribing today. The links for subscribing are at the if you guys want to subscribe to me. Click the bottom left corner annotation for those of you who are watching this not live. And to subscribe to Ben, click on the link on the bottom right side. You guys will see two annotations, one that says subscribe today and one that says subscribe to Ben. Subscribe to Ben. He needs subscribers.
Yeah.
Everybody subscribe.
Appreciate it.
If we can get 17.5 subscribers by the end of this month, I'll have a pizza party. Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Subscribers. I'll send you all pizza.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, we will physically. I will have Ben physically walk over. We will make 2,700.
We're not gonna buy from Pizza Hut.
We will make nope. We're making them. 2,795 pizzas, and we're gonna sell.
You know what? If you subscribe to me, the next 24 hours, I'm gonna throw in a small bowl of potato salad.
You subscribe to me in the next 12 hours, I'm taking my pants off. We're just becoming the home shopping network.
All this can be yours.
All this can be yours if the price is wrong or right. The price is wrong, Bob. Oh, Ben's gonna play us out.
No.
Yes, please do. Think of something. So think of something to play, and then you're gonna play us out. And I promise I won't have you do this again for a while. So just think of something to play. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to both of us. It helps out a lot. Also, make sure you guys go pick up Codename Steam. It comes out today for the Nintendo 3DS. Not sponsoring Nintendo at all. But I did have a lot of fun playing the demo last night. So go check that out. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for our Let's Play coming this weekend, as well as a new episode of You Don't Know Jack 2015. And make sure you guys stay tuned, because next Saturday, not this Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday is an all-new episode of Spin for a Million. I know you guys are getting excited for that. I'm surprised that it's already almost here. Time goes by pretty fast here. I can't believe we're already halfway through March of 2015. But I hope you guys are getting excited for that. And also make sure you guys, tomorrow's Pi Day. 3.14, Happy Pi Day. Now, this is kind of cool because, as you guys know, the first 5 numbers of pi is 3.1415. And tomorrow is going to be 3/14/15 if you write it that way, like if you're writing it on like a homework sheet or something like that. And this is going to be the only time in like the century, I think, that this happens, which is pretty cool. So it's 3.141592654. So you need to make sure that you eat your pie at 9:26 a.m. and 9:26 p.m. or else it doesn't count. Gotta eat. You gotta have your apple pie, your pumpkin pie, whatever. You got to have it at 9:26 a.m. and 9:26 p.m., or else you're just not a man or a woman or whatever gender you are. If it's not one of those two, then I don't know what you are. All right, we're tired. We're going to end this. Ben, would you do the honors of playing us out? Thank you guys so much for watching.
I have been for the past, 5 minutes.
Oh, but I didn't tell you to start playing, so. Yes, you play now. No, not yet. He's playing. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm going to have Ben jam out for a good 30 seconds, and then we'll end this broadcast. So thanks for watching. I'm Zach18.
I'm Bean of Shane.
And have a great weekend, everybody. And Ben, play us out.